everybody, Pat Huntoon here with Technique Junkies, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create that cool butterfly collage using just a few tools, IZINK Ice and some stamps. It's a very simple process, it's a very fast card, and it's very effective. So I've shown you a couple of different color combinations up front. I've shown you the glacier green with the vervine Greenland. This color combination is what we end up with this card. I've showed you the blues and the purple, which is that, which is the crystal waters and the Arctic grape. And now I'm going to show you these two colors, which I haven't done yet, so it'll be interesting and hopefully we'll love it. We're going to use polar pink and we're going to use frozen peas. So we're going to use those two colors. We're going to be using the S915 Butterfly Flourish Collage Technique Junkies stamp. And this sentiment, I'd be lost without you, from the Lighthouse Sentiments, SS136. So those are the stamps we're doing. I took the opportunity already, so you don't have to watch me do it, to stamp the Butterfly Flourish, and I actually cut it down more than I wanted to, but it's okay, using VersaFine in black onyx. I also dried the VersaFine so that it's nice and dry. I just used my heat tool to dry that. So this is a very simple process. IZINK Ice is great through a stencil, and I think I've showed you that already before, but today we're going to be using it as a glaze. And when you put these down nice and light, they make a beautiful glaze. So when you put them down, there's a couple of things to remember. When you first put them down, if you work quickly and you put a second color on, they will mix together, they'll blend. But if you work a little slower, what'll happen is they will layer, which is great. When you're using two colors like this, it doesn't turn into mud. So we're going to be starting with the polar pink, and I'm just using a simple little palette knife. I'm going to put a little bit out. And I have to say, these really do stay nice and moist. I have one that I've lost the lid to, and I literally have a paper towel rubber band over the top, and just even though it has no lid, just a tiny bit on the top gets a little dry, and then I can use it and it's perfect. What it is the metallic on the inside of these and the very small air hole keeps them very nice. So I'm just going to take a little bit out here. I'm going to just generally put it on the butterfly, and I don't want this uber thick, so I'm just going to put it down and then kind of take some of it off. So we just want a glazed look on our butterfly. Very simple. All right, so this excess on here, we don't want to waste anything, so I'm just going to take this excess, kind of go around some of the edges and the flourishes, because I'm going to be mixing these two colors on here anyways. So I would have put purple on here, and you saw it was just like a toothpaste size. And now I'm going to be taking right away, I'm just going right to the frozen peas. So this is a window. This is not a sticker or anything. This is the actual color that you get in there. So this is a nice window. So I'm just going to be taking a little bit of this color. You can see I haven't opened this in weeks since my last show, and you can see it goes on. Oh, look at how pretty that green is. Isn't that gorgeous with that purple? I really like this combination. So it's been fun while I've been making these and playing with these, is just trying different combinations. I tried the bright fuchsia pink with the Whiskey Frost, which was fabulous. In addition to these colors. Now I took a little bit too much out there, so I'm going to put a little on my work surface there. I don't want to waste that, so I might be using that either again or on something else. Look at how pretty that is already. All right, so we're going to let that set for just 1 minute. And I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to not waste this. Because although I stamped first, once this dries, you can stamp into this using StazOn. So don't worry about stamping first. You can make a few and then decide what to stamp later on there. So I just made a little glazed back around there. I'm going to wipe my palette knife off a little bit and go back to my polar pink. And I'm going to add just a little bit more. So I want to take a very little bit of this out. No, don't want to waste it. You can always take more out, but putting it back in can be a bit of a challenge. It's like putting toothpaste back in a tube. And my friends, that's all the color I'm going to add to that. Isn't that... No, I say that, and then I always go back. Hold on, I have one more little spot here. I want to make sure there's no white showing. I just love the way these layer on top of one another. They are just beautiful. And if you're getting a color like this, it just means the green wasn't dry enough. But it adds, in this particular situation, I think it just adds more, adds to the deliciousness of the colors. So, look at that background. Isn't that pretty? I love that. That just, because it's so thin, it'll only take a minute or two to dry before I can actually put that on top of other things. And I'm going to be adding the I'd Be Lost Without You from the Lighthouse Sentiments. So I'm adding this sentiment right here, which is SS 136 Lighthouse Sentiments. I think they're so versatile. And I can leave it white, or I can add some color to the edges, just to make sure I pull some of that color through. I have some green up here. I can add some of the green. You don't have to use your finger, of course, but I'm going to. Just get it on there nice and thin so that we blend it a little bit with that background. It's not bright white. And that is it. I'll be mounting this with paper, and I have this beautiful card that took less than 5 minutes to make. That is the end of our tutorial today. I do hope that you've liked this tutorial. If you did, please give me a thumbs up on YouTube and consider subscribing to the Technique Junkies YouTube channel. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye now.